Hi, William. Thanks for watching. This is a quick look at how Google views and ranks your website in the search results. By knowing how the program works, we can use it to your advantage to increase traffic to your site by getting it on the first page at the top of the search results, so that way you're the first click and the first call when customers are searching for services in your area. So I've got your website pulled up here. It's really easy to navigate. Got the button that clicks so they can call you right away. People can form submit their information right here at the top of the screen. Now, when Google is looking at your site, it's going to rank it using two different factors. The first is the content. So Google is going to count all the words on the page. It likes to see about 1,000 to 1,500 words per page because it thinks the more words you have on the page, the more of an expert you are in your field. Now, while it's counting these words, it's looking for keywords, which would be anything that people would typically search into Google, usually going to be a service and then also a location. Now, this is where the number of words comes into play because you're only allowed one of those keywords for every 100 to 150 words of text. So if we want to be able to add more keywords that you can be searched for, we need to add enough text to make sure that they're acceptable. Now, the second way that Google is going to rank your website is based on the authority, which is basically like a popularity contest. It uses two different ways to determine how popular or authoritative your site is. One is what's called a citation, which is anytime your name, address, and phone number are listed in a directory, such as Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, things like that. Now, all those directories are usually free. It just takes time to find them all, register, and then input all the information exactly as it's shown in Google. The second part of that authority to create popularity is what's called a backlink, which is when another website refers or links back to your website. It's almost the same as like a customer review. If you had one review on your site, people would think that you do pretty good work. But if you had 100 different reviews, then people would think you do great work. So it's the same with Google, except it's using other computers to refer back to your site. So to see how this determines where your website ranks, if we pull this search back up, the first thing that you're going to see is the Google Map Pack. Now, it's free to get in here, and it's actually really important as well because statistically speaking, usually about half, over 40% of people will click on one of these top three links. So in order to be listed in here, you need to fill out your Google Business profile, which is free. It's part of your Google Map app, so you can do it right from your smartphone. When you're doing that, you want to fill out all the fields, including your services that you offer, the areas, even your hours of operation. Then you want to continuously add photos that are geotagged inside your service area. Make sure you have some Google reviews being uploaded. And then you want to get as many of those citations, those directories with your name, address, and phone number. You want to have more of those listings than anybody else in this list. So that way you can move into the top three positions. Underneath this is what we call the organic search results. This is where the higher the authority or the more trust Google has in your website, the higher up in the list that you're going to rank. So to demonstrate how this all works, I took your website and put it into this tool that I pay for. It's called Ahrefs. And it basically just shows me what Google sees when it crawls your site for both your content and your authority. So we can see, as far as authority goes, you've got 4 different websites referring back to your website. For instance, if there was a news article written about the top 10 construction companies in Massachusetts, and in that article there was a link that goes back to your website that the reader could click, that would be one backlink from one referring domain. Just by comparison, I took the other companies that are in this list and threw them in here as well, and you can see how many websites they have referring back to them. Not a huge difference, so it's definitely something that we can catch up. Also, more important than the quantity is the quality of the links. So we wouldn't want to have something like Pizza Hut referring back to you because Google knows that you have nothing to do with pizzas, so it wouldn't consider that as anything that would be authoritative or bring any weight to help add to your linking back to your website. Now, as far as keywords go, you're being found for these keywords on your site. the object here is to do some research and find all the high volume, which is the number of times per month, the high volume keywords, and make sure that we're including those in your website. So for instance, if there's 50 people that are searching for general contractor in Plymouth, Mass. If you were in the first position, meaning number one on the top page instead of the 26th position, 50 people are searching for that. Let's say, conservatively speaking, only 10% of those people actually click on your website and give you a call. And then let's say, even more conservative, only half of those get converted into customers and actually pay for jobs. So you'd be getting anywhere from 2 to 3 jobs per month off this one keyword phrase if you were the top search results for Google instead of on the 26th. I don't know what kind of profit margins you have depending on the job, but obviously 2 or 3 more jobs per month just off one keyword. If we could do that for multiple different keywords, can definitely add up to some more revenue in your bottom line. Now, I know this was a whole lot of information I just threw out at you, but I wanted to kind of be brief. If there's anything that you want to go into more detail about, or if you want any help or guidance in trying to get this all set up, feel free to reach out to me. I'd also love to get some feedback just to know if this video was useful at all. So thank you, and I look forward to speaking with you.